It is Sunday, September 7th. This is my studio space after a week. I have been working on hairbows and I tried my best to stay as organized as possible. So here I have my lace and some ribbon that I just kind of threw there eventually while I was working on stuff. The most important thing is that this bottom part here is available, even though like it's not a lot of space between that and the lace. I always have this section for my hair straightener that I use for the ribbons. I don't really use this for my hair. It's only for crafty stuff. And my glue gun, because the electricity is down here, so I don't really have a choice. It has to be here. I also have this rubber mat for that to keep everything under control here. I make the bows here in this space, and I always have my thread of many colors and extra ribbon here. And then here, I usually don't have it as organized, but I have some of my ribbon, my tower of ribbons. So it's organized by gold stuff, silver stuff, and then beads and other stuff. So every time I finish a bow, I make sure to like put everything back from my desk in here. Also have some stuff down here, extra bows and crafty stuff. These are the bows I ended up making. I made 15 in total, and I'm just gonna stop with that. So I think that will last me for a WeCon and the Quebec City Comic Con. I'm really happy with how they turned out. They're different. I try to use things that I usually don't use. I always want to use this white lace, but I tried my best not to use it as much, and I think they turned out pretty good. Now that the bows are done, I need to clean up my area, and then I need to make the backing and put the pricing on them, and then put them away, and then I'll be done with that. WeCon Pro would basically be done. I have it all packed up still from Cosplay Imagineer. I already filled the things that got sold. Let's get started. I've been storing my bows in this container when I go to conventions. I just have tissue paper on top, and then the bows are on top like that. I tried to separate the longer tail bows and the ones that aren't as long, so that's another layer under this one of bows. Since all those are labeled, they're going to go in here now, and then we're going to be done with them. So it is around 8:10 a.m. We're finally at the location where we're going to be doing recon. It's a little chilly, so I'm wearing my JLab inspired hoodie. Setup is at 8:30, but we're going to go ahead and try go in to see if we can start early. Usually most places don't care if we come in a little early to do that stuff. Did not sleep well, but it's okay. We stopped, got some coffee, got a hash browns, really nice. When I got closer, listened to some BTS, so I'm awake now. This is the location of the convention. It is a college, and they've had it here for the past couple times. I'm pretty sure they've had it here since they started, but yeah, we're gonna get things together and go in and set up. I probably won't vlog that because we have like an hour and 40 minutes to set up, and that's barely enough time. We're besties. It's a lot of space. It's really nice. Like last year, I'm at the corner, C21, right here. So the end is over here. We're right here. Entrance is here, so we're kind of like in the middle but closer to the back. Here's our badges for this year. Really nice. Gonna write our name on the back later. It's now 10:27. We just finished setting up and it took a long time. Like our setup takes forever. We started at 8:20 and we literally just finished. It opens up in 3 minutes, so we finished just in time. Just a little bit to chill. The table is bigger here, so it's really, really nice. But yeah, hopefully everything goes so well today.
Yes. I need to buy a notepad. You have notepads? No, I don't have. No. I didn't bring notepads. Yeah, sure. Maybe like card, right? Yeah. $50. Good to go. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a good day. Have a good day too.
It is now 1:08 and we have started properties. That's good. So far we are selling things that we usually don't sell, and that's usually how it is here. Things that take longer to sell, like we've got stuff like acrylic coasters selling, enamel pins, and usually this convention is the one where it surprises me and people end up buying those items. We'll see how it ends at the end of the day. So let's do a table update. For the price, only Silas has sold, like none of the big ones. We have quite a few keychains that have sold, mostly these right here, these three, and This one right here has been doing really well. One stationery, one of these, a few enamel pens, which is really nice, one button. I sold a capybara pick sticker, which is really nice. A couple of the sticker sheets here. This one's getting low, so I will need to make more of them. I don't know if it'll be holographic, but I did say that these were going to be limited. I sold one of the autumn sticker packs. This is the last one I'm not going to make anymore. No Christmas ones, none of these. I sold this sticker, and I believe this one too. None of this. I sold 3 coasters, and for the bows I sold 2 bows so far, I believe. I've given away 2 freebies of this. I had one freebie for this, but then someone wanted to change it for something else, so I just left them. But yeah, so far it's okay. It is now a week since WeCon, so let's talk about it. First thing I want to mention is WeCon is usually in November, but this year they changed it to September, which I mostly didn't mind because it is like the perfect time where you don't have to worry about snow. Overall, the organization is always great for WeCon. They do a wonderful job. There are always people there at the beginning who will help you if you need help, and it's always a fun little con to try to do. This year though, I did not do that great compared to the previous years, so I'm gonna jump right into numbers. In total, I made $233. $107 was in cash, and then $126 was in Square. I had a Square fee of $2.52. So in total, I got $123.48. And then my other fees were table, which was $60, gas, which was $30, and then I bought dinner and snacks, which was a total of $44. So my overall fees for this convention was $134, but that's not including the Square fee in that total. So that means in the end, I only profited $96.48. So I think that is the worst I've done since I started vending. I will have to look back sometime. It is a very small convention. I think this was their 4th year, but it seems like they're growing. Last year there was a long period where there was like, you can drop a pen and you can hear the pen. But this year, like, there's constant noise and stuff going on, which is good because that means there were people coming around. But again, it is a very small convention. There's not as many artists. So I feel like if you're someone who has multiple different fandoms and type of fan art, then you might probably do pretty well at this convention, because again, there's not as many vendors and people have a lot of time to look through stuff. So I'm more limited to people who will be interested in my stuff. The thing though that I love about this convention for myself is it's always the convention where I end up selling things that don't usually sell as much during the year. I had someone who immediately came and bought 3 coasters for me, which coasters are slow moving for me. Also, this convention is where I sold mostly original stuff. I barely sold any fan art stuff. I did sell some, but it's not nearly even half as much as my original stuff, which I'm very, very happy about. Not as many bows either. I think in total I sold 2 bows. There were a lot of people who were interested, but of course, you know, with the economy and other things to think about, it was not like a priority thing for people. Another thing is the organizers put out the schedule for the day before the convention, and I was very, very happy with what I saw. One of the things I suggested last year was to please put the 2 big events, which is the Idol Show and the Masquerade, apart from each other, because last year they had them back-to-back, so there was a very, very long period of time at the end where nothing happened for us last year. Like, even though there were of course periods where it wasn't as busy, like there was always people in there. Another thing that I heard was that on Sunday there was another one-day convention that was happening around the same location. It's not like that far apart from each other. So I don't know if that also played a part, the change of where they usually do it, because I feel like if it was in November, people were already starting to think about Christmas presents and all of that, so people are more willing to spend around that time. That's pretty much it. Next year I will think about it if I'm going to do VidCon or not. I'm mostly leaning towards not doing it because the fees are pretty high, and I made about $40-ish less than at Cosplay Imagineer, and Cosplay Imagineer is like barely any cost to me because it's local. So having to wake up early, doing the extra drive, it's just not worth it for me. But if you're closer and you want to try to do a side event, and you are someone who happens to also have a lot of fandom stuff, I would say give it a try. Overall, it's a nice con, but it's a very small one. That'll be it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye!